Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Now a fact that makes your brain go. 1 in 5 Chicagoans have not experienced this. And so I can't give away too many hints on this. I just want to say I think I have and Kenzie has, but Case hasn't.
Okay.
And so, I'm trying to give a little more hints on it to make you guess something. Like,
Is it happiness?
Happiness. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. It could be.
I wanted to say something, but then I don't want Case to kill himself, so I feel like I'm not going to say that.
No, Kenzie, we're in an open forum. Go ahead.
No. I'm sure Case has experienced all these good things.
In case, I'm going to apologize in advance for saying that I don't think you've experienced this.
Oh my God, is it a flight? Is it that we're doing the plane thing again?
No.
Because Brian and I can't imagine Case on a plane. We just can't wrap our minds around it. Is this flying?
I can't seeing him sit there with the seatbelt on.
Oh, no.
And going like, well, I can't wait to get to my destination. I can't see that.
Here's the problem is that you guys say this about everything. When I leave here, what do you guys imagine me doing all day?
Eating pizza at your apartment? Like, that's it. In your boxers, I don't think you're, like, experiencing the world.
I see you sitting in a folding chair looking at the wall when you leave here.
See pizza, and then I see him, you know what he for sure does, Brian?
What's that?
He's like, new bands people don't like. Because then he wants to be like, I like them. I'm the only one.
That's my Google search is new bands people don't like.
Yeah, you're like, who has the least amount of followers on Instagram?
My favorite
be a
new
super fan.
band. Okay, so 1 in 5 Chicagoans have never experienced this. I think myself and Kenzie has, and Case hasn't. And maybe you have or haven't. We'll tell you what this is. It's kind of shocking, I think, in a way. So we'll get to that in 5 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Okay, time for a fact that makes your brain just go. 1 in 5 Chicagoans have never experienced this. And I made the assumption that possibly myself and Kenzie have, and Case, the producer, has not. And I couldn't give away really any more details on it because it just seemed like it would give it away possibly. Kenzie guessed. What did you guess on Case on that one?
I was like, well, I had a few guesses, but one was, is it flying?
Flying. And Case himself, what'd you bring up?
Happiness.
Happiness.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Listen, he just giggled right there, so I assume he's kind of happy. So it's not happiness. What it is, and Case, please don't take offense to this when I give this answer. I warned him in the hallway. 1 in 5 Chicagoans have never experienced luxury.
You're such an ass.
Well, that tracks.
Now...
No, I get where you're coming from, Brian.
But let's define luxury. When Chicagoans were asked about
define it.
what they think luxury is,
Let's really break it down.
let's break it down.
Let's everybody get comfortable. We're going to sit in this for a little bit.
Okay, so Case, have you ever flown first class?
No.
You have flown, but you never flown first class.
Okay.
Okay, no luxury. Have you ever experienced a private chef?
No.
Okay, we're getting there. Have you ever ridden in a limousine?
No.
Oh. Kenzie,
What'd you ride in for prom?
Ford Escape.
Okay.
those are pretty nice. I almost bought one.
Yeah, no, I had a great time. My girlfriend had a Ford Escape. My current girlfriend has a Ford Escape. I keep on dating women that drive those.
Have you ever gone to a Michelin-starred restaurant?
No.
Now, even though Gavin Rossdale from Bush, when we interviewed him, he told us when he came to town he was going to take us to, what is it, Alinea?
Yeah, and then it's weird. He didn't answer our calls when we followed up on that.
He gave us his number and said when he comes to town, he wants to take us, because he's very into food. If you ever look at Gavin Rossdale's Instagram, he has a separate food account of his cooking. And he loves Alinea, and the other one that was featured in The Bear where the cousin did his training at.
Kenzie, what's the name of that place?
Over in the West
I
Loop.
thought he did it at Alinea.
No, it's over in the West Loop.
Hold on, let me get up.
Oh, what's that restaurant called? But anyway, that's another one that he said he goes to, Gavin Rossdale Bush, because he loves coming to Chicago to go to those two restaurants.
I don't know what it's called because I've never experienced luxury.
Well, clearly.
Okay, in fairness, I haven't done a lot of these things.
You've ridden in a limo. You've probably flown first class. Have you not flown first class?
I only flew first class once, and it was like a whole thing. It was the only seat available. It sucked.
Sounds like you yelled your way into it.
I was upset.
Sounds like that's how it happened. I'm not even sure if I've been to a Michelin star restaurant, to be honest.
I'm sure you have.
Well, there's some that are like 1 star or 2 stars but are not like $1,000 dinner.
Yeah, but I know the crowd you hang out with. I know all your swanky music industry friends have wined and dined you at the nicest restaurants in Chicago. I know how it is.
Now you think about that, the old record days, the dinners were amazing.
Okay, so I am looking this up because I have to be honest, I thought it was modeled after Alinea. I thought it was. This says the 3-star Michelin restaurant was modeled after a critically acclaimed Fulton Market eatery called Ever.
That's it, Ever. That's
Ever.
where
I haven't been there either.
That's actually the restaurant where Cousin was training in that bear episode in season 2.
It's located on 1340 West Fulton Street. It should be called Neva Eva because nobody ever brought me. Ass.
All right, there's a couple other things that people define as luxury in case you may have this one. VIP access to exclusive events.
Oh, there you go.
You've had that.
Well, through work.
It doesn't matter.
No one's inviting me because they like me. They're inviting me because it's my
True.
job.
No, that's true.
Well, I've never paid for a limo or paid for flying first class, but I just got my way in there somehow, like Kenzie did. So I've never paid for these
What do
things.
you mean you got your way into a limo? That sounds like you carjacked somebody.
Yeah, Brian's only been in the driver's seat of a limo.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, put that big hat on that they always have.
How'd you not pay for the limo? I've paid for every limo I've been in.
I have not. I don't think I've ever paid for a limo, but I've been in them.
I take that back. I got one limo sent to me in Vegas because they brought me to a strip club, not to strip. Just one.
The strip club bought it for you?
Yeah, I don't know. They sent a limo. I'm like, okay.
They were dying to get her here.
I was honestly pretty drunk the night before. I don't know if I made a deal with the devil or something, but for some reason I had pretty specific plans the next night.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So, Case, you've done one of the 5 things I've mentioned there that have experienced. That's called experiencing luxury. 1 in 5 Americans say they've never experienced luxury.
Have you ever had a massage at a spa?
Last year for my anniversary, that's what my girlfriend really wanted to do with me. So we did a couples massage, and I was doing okay until they started touching my feet, and then things went south.
Did you kick them in the face?
I did. I kicked
knew
them.
That's what Case said.
Goodbye.
I'm out of here. Don't touch my feet.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
And Nirvana's for Terry in Waukegan. She wanted to hear it after yesterday, or this week really, is the 33rd anniversary of the release of Nirvana's Nevermind. So, Terry, thank you for listening. All the people in Waukegan, thanks for listening. A big Nirvana area, Waukegan. They love Nirvana in Waukegan. So, let's get to sports here. What happened last night?
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
The White Sox can't do anything right. Last night, a loss would have gotten them 121 losses on the season, setting the record for the worst in Major League Baseball history. That was going well in the game. It was 0-0 forever after a rain-delayed start. And then in the 8th inning, a little bit of a rally from the White Sox after this.
One of the things the Sox have to get is a closer. Well, we've seen lack of communication a lot, and there's an example of it.
Did the announcer at the beginning say the only thing the White Sox need is a closer?
He said one of the things they need is a closer. There was a list. there was a list.
I thought it was the only thing the White Sox need. Let me hear that again.
One of the things the Sox have to get is a closer.
He says one of the things the White Sox need to get is a closer.
It's like when you move into a new place and you don't have furniture and you're like, well, for sure a couch. It's not the only thing, but a couch would be great.
I mean, we need a couch, but we also need a dishwasher, a bed, a fridge.
A rug would be nice. My toes are cold. You know?
Boy. So the White Sox rallied in the 8th to not only tie and then go up 3-2. They were down 2-0. It was 0-0 most of the game, as I said. And then that's when the chance. So the stadium, I don't know if you have an exact total of the attendance case.
Well, it certainly seemed crowded. And I think as the day went on and people realized that they were going to play the game last night instead of it being rained out, I think ticket prices actually started to go up during the day, which never really happens for a White Sox game. The reported attendance, and this is coming directly from the team, was 17,606 fans.
Wow.
Which for a White Sox game on a Tuesday night it might as well have been the Beatles at Shea Stadium. I can't imagine more people there on a Tuesday night.
It looked full on NBC Sports Channel, which we're about to pour one out as the channel goes away with the White Sox season, pretty much.
Yep.
So then the chance of sell the team started to happen at one point during the game. Sell the team. It's kind of catchy. Sell the
They
team.
did a good job. Everyone was on pace.
It was a good chant. You're right, Kenzie. They kind of nailed that one.
No, they did really good in unison. That's fun. I have to say, I'm a little concerned that they're going to be like, wow, things are really picking up for us. Look at all the tickets we're selling.
Yeah.
And maybe like they feel like everything's great.
Yeah. Also, there was a sell the team banner right behind home plate. Those were the tickets I was going to buy for Carl, actually, I think they were $160 a ticket.
Yeah, but you didn't do that, did you?
I didn't do that. Well, more on that in a second. We have Carl on the phone. Of course, then when the White Sox went up, Lewis Robert tied the game here.
Yes.
And here's that call.
Robert pops it up. Brock Burke about to get out of the inning. If Lopez can squeeze it, backpedaling, and he can't get it. The tying run scores.
Oh, boy. I was dumbfounded by watching that.
This is why, Brian, we always say, and this is our famous catchphrase behind the scenes of this show, celebration leads to doom.
That's right.
You don't celebrate good things. Brian's texting me during me and Kenzie during this game. Oh my God, they're going to do it. They keep on losing. This is great. This is great. And the more he texts, the better the White Sox played. He celebrated too early. And a botched infield pop fly, because you have to remember the Angels are also horrible at baseball, paved the way for the White Sox to win this game.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like you guys are being a little mean.
Accurate.
Because
Not really.
well, they how can they
accepted
make
it.
you happy if they lose? They're losers and they're the worst. And then they win, and you guys are like, you can't do anything. It's like that's a toxic relationship. That's not fair.
I would say the White Sox with the White Sox fans is a toxic relationship.
Accurate.
Addicted to the team, you're in love, but they cheat on you. They
disappoint you.
They never get you a gift for Christmas.
I know, but in this case, they got you a gift and you spit on them.
But
like
here's
you're mad.
No,
Kenzie, let me as the White Sox fan here, let me explain the situation.
Take the floor.
They should never be in a position where we're rooting for them to lose their 121st game of the season. That's the problem. I would like them to be good, ideally. I would like to be devastated when they lose. But when they've lost this many games, what's one more?
And also, the season's a wash if they come in second place of the worst team in Major League Baseball history.
Wasted time.
Wasted. It's a waste. But to be the worst in Major League Baseball history sends a message, a shot across the bow, if you will, to the mansion of Jerry Reinsdorf. And this is me as a Cubs fan saying this, that you need to go. You need to sell the team. You need to make change. Something, anything. Don't tell me as an owner.
He just launched a network. I don't think he's going to sell the team.
The network is going to be run, well, at least present 3 teams that are losing with the Bulls, the Blackhawks,
That's what
and
they're gonna
the
call
White
it.
Sox.
The Loser Sports Network?
Yeah. It is pathetic.
3 losers.
Chicago sports is so pathetic right now and embarrassing that this is the only way to send the message. I'm proud of the people that went to Guaranteed Rate and actually sent the message last night and sent that message of that. Most people were sending that message. Actually, so I bought a ticket for Carl.
Yes.
And we were going to buy him $16 seats. Case, that's how this started during sports yesterday. And I said, good, I can do that. I want someone to go and witness it. But then after the show, I got a little emotional. And I said, this is one of our listeners. This is a fan. And let's just upgrade. And Case found seats on the first baseline. He goes, these will be $124. And I thought about it. I thought about food on the table for my family and myself. Food.
Mainly you.
Mainly me.
Seconds for you.
But I just pulled the trigger. I said, what the hell? Live Moss, as Case says in Taco Bell.
My famous quote.
And I hit buy, and then I just moved on. And then Carl sent us a great picture at the game. So Carl is with us right now. Carl, ahoy. Give us a description of the scene as you were boots on the ground last night in Guaranteed Rate Field.
Getting to the stadium, I did not realize there were so many people going. I said, this is a lot of people showing up for this game. Even when you go into the stadium, it was just, wow, okay, so this is really happening. Like, people are really going to this.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised, too, how many were actually there, especially after the rain all day long. Did you enjoy your seats?
I absolutely loved them. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, you're welcome. It means a lot. There's a good listener there. You do a lot for us just by spending time with us. It certainly was worth the $124, although it hurt when my wife saw the credit card bill.
Yeah, Carl, did they look and feel like $124 seats? Brian really wants to make sure that you appreciated his hard-earned money.
Absolutely, because when I got there, I said, "Whoa, these are really nice seats."
Love it.
Good for you, Brian.
Love it.
Money bags, Brian, coming through.
Did you have a waitress or waiter?
No.
Oh.
What did
Don't
you
be
eat during the
ridiculous.
Carl? What did you eat during the game, though?
Say it again.
What did you eat during the game?
2 hot dogs, got some peanuts, and got a beer.
My man.
Most traditional order I've ever heard. I love it.
All right.
And some Cracker
greatly
Jacks.
appreciate
That's what I
Were the sell the team chants as loud as we saw on social media?
Okay, so the first 3 innings, it was kind of dead. Shout out to the one elderly person who was yelling "sell the team" for literally 10 minutes straight with no support whatsoever.
Oh. How elderly were
But-
they?
They, say it again?
How elderly were they? How old?
They had to be in their 70s, I had to guess.
Yeah.
But he was loud, and it was just him.
Well, he wants to see him win, damn it. He only has a little bit of time. His rebuild's taking way too long.
Plus, rain with a 70-year-old, you get arthritis, your knees. Oh, I know it's going to rain because my knee hurts.
That's
They always say,
commitment. That's a good
70-year-olds
point.
always say that. All right, Carlos. And was the vibe in wanting them to lose or wanting them to win for the most part in Guaranteed Rate last night?
It was, at first, it was definitely they wanted them to lose. It was dead for the first few innings, and then the Three Stooges play happened. And then the heel turn happened.
Yes.
Everybody went off after it. Then the sell the team chants were just well over loud. I was like, this is incredible. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. And you as a White Sox fan, I'm glad you were there in attendance to see it. And I will be buying tickets for someone else today, Carl. I'm sorry I can't buy you another pair of tickets tonight.
No, share the love to somebody else. I absolutely appreciate it.
All right, buddy. We love you, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, Carl. Take it easy. He didn't give me the I love you back.
He did not give you the I love you, and you bought him tickets.
Carl, you still there? Oh, he's there. He's still there.
Still here.
You're not
No,
gonna-
I greatly appreciate it. It was a really cool experience. Win, lose, draw. It was really nice.
You can't peer pressure him and getting to him to say he loves you, you weirdo. You can't do that.
So you're not going to say it, Carl?
That's toxic. Don't get
I absolutely
gaslit.
appreciate it.
No, Carl.
Let Carl go.
Carl. Carl, I love you.
No.
I love you.
This is not healthy, Brian. It's not healthy.
Okay, it's not you. It's me. Okay, I can change.
No.
You should have bought him nicer tickets, Brian. Then he
What
would
the
love
hell?
you.
You could have been in the 500 level.
Stop it.
I love you.
Oh my gosh, somebody slap Brian.
All right, Carl. I appreciate you too. Okay, here we go. When we come back, I'm going to find some tickets and we're going to buy them. I can't guarantee I can't do $124 tickets again. I can't do it.
It'd be cool if you did, though.
It'd be really cool if I did. Maybe I'll cave in again because I'm a sucker. I don't know. But
Not on lunch. You are strict about the whole buying caves and I lunch thing, though.
you want to contribute to the tickets?
You've never caved on lunch.
You want to contribute to the tickets, Kenzie?
No, I don't support the White Sox organization. I'm a Cubs fan. I'm not giving them any money.
Good
I'm
Lord.
not lining Jerry's pockets with a thing.
Well, I want one of our listeners to see the historic game. So when we come back here in just about 6 minutes, we'll get somebody on the phones. Get somebody to win the tickets for the game. We'll talk to somebody. Call now?
Yeah, call now. Let's call now. We'll get White Sox fans on the phone, and after this break, we will figure out who Brian is sending to the White Sox game tonight in their quest to make history as the worst baseball team ever.
And I promise I love you if you call up right now at 312-591-8300.
Only call if you love Brian.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, here we go again. I mean, there's only 2 more home games for the White Sox this season. They've won 100, or they've lost 120. Sorry. They've lost 120 and waiting for the record. And we're talking to you. I will send someone else again with my own money, my own hard-earned money here at Q101. Whew. It was a tough conversation with Megan yesterday on the credit card. $124 because I upgraded. I'm not guaranteeing the seats are that good tonight. I got to check my funds.
We're going to guarantee we're going to get you in the ballpark. That's what matters.
I'll guarantee you'll be in. I'm looking for someone shifty that can move up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Wiggle on up. Do your part.
Do your part so my family can eat.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Well, here's the deal. I love Megan, and it's going to be a huge bummer if you're not with her. because she brings your level up. Like you're good stuff. But like when
sure.
you throw Megan in,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I agree with you 100%.
That's gonna be I can't take it. I can't deal with a dating you either.
Woo! Can't unleash that on Chicago, can we?
I won't mentally. We need Megan to stay with you, and we need to do whatever we can for that.
You know, back in the day when Sludge was unleashed on Chicago, dating single Sludge, well, it's talked about in a lot of documentaries. Not the one about Diddy.
R. Kelly?
No, not the Diddy or R. Kelly one. Not those. No.
If a surviving Brian Haddad comes out.
That's a great name for a doc. Okay.
It's Kenzie and I's life every day.
Exactly.
All right.
We're going to be the first people to sit in the confessional.
Like in the challenge, they do confessionals.
Like, is my microphone on? Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Let's see here. So Tom is checking in from Chicago. White Sox fan, I assume, Tom?
Oh, yeah, big time.
And you would like to send a message and be there for history tonight? We have a lot of people called in. So tell me why you think you deserve these tickets over other people that I will buy for you for the White Sox game tonight.
I feel I deserve them because, Brian, I love you.
Oh.
Not in a creepy, uncomfortable case with Jenna Ortega way, but a good, manly bro love, Brian.
Wow.
You're picking your winner based on who's willing to say that they love you now?
If I'd have known Carl wasn't going to say I love
man,
you today.
That worked.
That son of a bitch, Carl.
Listen, Carl didn't say I love you back. He will eventually. Carl, I still love you if you're listening. I love you. Maybe 10 years from now, Carl will come to his senses.
Carl's going to change his address.
I'm here for you now, Brian. I'm here for you now.
Tom, what are you willing to do for me? In this love that we have.
Oh, no.
I did say not creepy and
my bad.
uncomfortable.
Like the Jenna Ortega case situation.
Yeah.
How long have you been suffering as a White Sox fan?
Well, I'm 49 years old, so there you go. 49 years.
Well, you had the World Series run in 05, so you're coming up on 20-year anniversary of that, of course. But
That's true.
That did feel like it went away fast, the aura of the World Series, don't you think? Am I wrong on that?
Oh, absolutely. It's like they dropped off. Like, all of a sudden they were bad again.
And I'm saying as a Cubs fan, obviously, same kind of feeling. When the Cubs won, it feels like it's already gone so quickly. It was gone, that aura of the great 2016 season.
And you talked about being willing to move up. I mean, that's back in the day. That was the move. You know, you bought the tickets way up there, and then you just kind of eventually ended up right in front.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Tom.
I do too. I think he's our guy.
And he loves you.
That's right.
Let's make this happen.
Let's indeed make it happen.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're going to the game tonight, and we just need, a picture from the seats because they'll be different than Carl's.
Of course, absolutely.
Please post a lot on your social media and tag us so we can repost the experience. And let's go, White Sox. You've got the memo.
Go.
You've got the memo. Tonight's the night.
Let's lose White
That's
Sox.
amazing.
Let's lose
Let's
White
go
Sox.
and sell the team, baby.
All through the season you will hear us sing. Let's go, 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 White Sox.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, we got our winner of the Dashboard Confessional tickets, but coming up here in 7 minutes at 8 o'clock with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 is your chance to get in the Q101 Lounge, a very exclusive historic experience with Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots performing live before they do their big shows at the United Center. Next week, they have 2 shows coming up, about 50,000 people. It'll be you and a bunch of friends and Tyler Joseph in our lounge. Incredibly exclusive next week. So that's coming up at 8. But first, let's get to some local stories of incredible importance of the day that you need to know about. McCormick Place installed bird-safe windows after nearly 1,000 birds died in a single night last year.
Genocide.
Yeah.
Horrible.
So this is when they migrate this time of the season, and McCormick Place is one of the most unique buildings in the world. I believe it could be the largest convention center in the world.
Is it the largest in the world?
If it's not at this point, maybe like somebody in Dubai built one bigger probably by now.
They always have the biggest of everything.
Yeah, but it was at least at one time the biggest in the world. And the design is so weird because how it hovers on the lake and the windows, all the glass kind of overlooks the lake. And so birds get confused at night when they're migrating. And they die often in a lot of cities like Chicago with the most skyscrapers. But 1,000 died in one night at McCormick Place.
Damn.
One night.
Right now, the largest convention center in the world, just so you know, is in Germany. It's very big, obviously.
Thank you. Wow.
Very large.
Fact that makes your brain go boom.
Half of it's in German, so I'm doing my best for some reason.
All right.
So the McCormick Center is 2.6 million square feet.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah, you ever go to the auto show there, you can get lost pretty easy in McCormick Place.
Oh,
Like you forget where you went in, where your car was, if you drove there, and
It's so confusing because there's so many cars there.
Well, yeah, is that my car? No, I don't know.
So does it explain what bird-safe windows are?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So basically, the Lakeside Center is wrapped in glass and overlooks Lake Michigan. Now, they've had this problem since the 60s.
Yeah.
So we just figured it out now. I mean, I wasn't a part of it, but they figured it out that 1,000 birds died in the night. So basically, what they do, work crews installed special protective window film with tiny white dots on it 2 inches apart. So the birds can see the windows. They're not flying like they think they're just going like, oh, I can't wait to get to Florida where it's warm. Bam!
Well, what if they're texting and flying? Can they still run into them?
No, they got to see those dots.
Gotta pay attention to the road, BB.
That's right. So these dots will help the birds see them, and hopefully they pull up in time like a plane that's heading into a mountain. I don't know. So it cost $1.2 million to do that. It's the biggest bird strike mitigation effort in the world, what they did at McCormick Place.
I'm happy they did that, though. That's so sad.
Can you imagine the workers putting those dots 2 inches apart on 2 million square feet of windows? Must have took forever. What a frustrating job.
What the birds? How about the birds flying to their family vacation and they're like, my children, like their whole family on the way to vacation dead. That's tragic.
I got to imagine, think about families or friends, birds. They were broken up when some died and some didn't. You just keep going and move on? Like, sorry, I saw the building.
If you're a bird, you can't stop mid-flight. You got to go somewhere.
But
can they hover?
They can.
So they could fly in the same spot. I'm just trying to. I've only seen a dragon do that in movies. I don't think I've ever seen a bird stay in the same place.
It's like idling though in your car. You're really not supposed to do it. It's got to be bad at some point. I think
they're wasting their energy.
Exactly.
Now they have to find extra worms on the way. It's the whole thing.
Well, I just wonder, do birds stop and pour one out for their friend Stan the goose? You know, they just bought it on McCormick Place.
Was it 1,000 geese?
Well, it said birds, so I just.
Good Lord, could you imagine cleaning that up? Those were huge.
Very, very terrible. So hopefully this helps. Less die. I just wonder if you move on, if your kid bird dies, do birds have hearts?
Your child bird?
Do birds have hearts?
Yes, they have a heart.
What are they, Frankenstein?
What is it, the Grinch?
I mean, do you think they sit there and go? They think birds cry? When they sit there, oh my God, I lost my cousins.
I know doves cry.
All right.
Well done, Kenzie.
Thank you.
Wait, who won that? Who said it first?
I got it first, but Kenzie was right behind me. That was good.
That was a photo finish on that joke.
Well
We're
done.
going to take a picture, whose nose is over the
All right, more local news before we get to the lounge with Tyler Joseph and get you in there from 21 Pilots performing live next week. The Illinois Supreme Court ruled earlier this week that the smell of burnt marijuana is not the cause for a warrantless vehicle search, meaning that in the old days, way back in the day, because I didn't smoke a lot of weed, but my friends did. When the cops pull you over and they say, I smell marijuana, everybody get out and take your clothes off. They would do a strip search sometimes.
Wow. Did that happen to you?
It did. Now,
you should report that.
It's too late. Statute of limitations is gone on that one.
That's not good. You smell like marijuana. Let me see your penis.
Somebody asked you to do that. You get a badge number, okay?
Was it Diddy?
Okay. These are the days, by the way.
Oh, boy.
When you didn't say that to a police officer. I didn't say, give me your badge number. You'd have never saw me again in Chicago.
Well, you got sexually assaulted, though. Maybe you should have asked for his... This is different. This isn't like being rude to a cop.
I gotta admit, I kind of enjoyed it.
Wow, that's the hot take from a victim. Okay.
It's weird that you're siding with the cop on this one.
I'm not siding with a strip search.
We're worried about you, and you're like spitting in our face that we're disrespectful.
I appreciate your support in this difficult time.
It's bend over. You smell like marijuana. It's not good.
Does my bunghole smell like marijuana? TB for my bunghole?
What?
So anyway, that's illegal now.
That's good.
Basically, if a cop comes up to your car and says, I smell marijuana, get out of the car, I'm going to search. I don't know the exact rules. I don't want to get anybody hurt, but I'm guessing they can't search your car anymore over that. Now, obviously, because marijuana is, weed, pot, joints. Blunts.
Well,
It's
also
most of it's legal here in Illinois now for 4 years.
One, a lot of times it's legal now. Two, also, think about this. How many people Uber and Lyft in their own car, and people smell like stuff. Like people smell like cigarette smoke or weed smoke. So, like if you're driving people in your own car, it could not even be you. It could be like your last passenger and things like that.
Yeah. Now, I want to make this clear. You shouldn't be smoking and driving. You shouldn't do that.
You can still.
You shouldn't be doing any of that.
Even though weed's illegal and you can smell like weed, even though you weren't driving to it, but like that would still be like a DWI or DUI, right?
It would be. Yep,
Yeah, because you can't do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't drive impaired. You shouldn't do any of that. Also, I don't know how you go around Chicago and not smell weed anymore. Everywhere you go. I mean, it's amazing when someone's driving in front of you smoking weed that it gets into your car and the windows are all up. Weed has what is it? Is it dank?
Well, that's a word to describe it.
I mean, that's a word to describe actual weed.
Not the way you said it, though. It sounded awful.
You sound like an undercover cop.
You sound like you searched your son's room in the 1950s.
I might
What
pull.
is this?
I might pull over someone on the road today just by myself, just for fun.
Can I make a dumb comment about weed real quick before we give away Tyler Joseph Lounge tickets?
Sure.
We were at Riot Fest on Friday. Cypress Hill was playing.
Yeah, at
Yes.
the Rise stage.
That's right. It was levitating.
I did not know how many people smoked weed. Like, weed's way more popular than I realized because everybody was doing it.
Shocking statement of the
But me
day.
and Brian, I am just amazed at how many people are like, yeah, I smoke weed. It catches me by surprise every single time. And it was also embarrassing because Brian and I were the only people not smoking. And at one point, this very like tight-laced sort of white-collar guy came up to me and Brian and goes, "You guys look like you could help me. Where is the AAA stage?" And it was so embarrassing that he sought out us. It was like, oh, these guys aren't smoking weed. They're probably the ones responsible. They can help me.
They probably can direct me easily.
Brian's like, what is that dank?
Yeah. They sought us out because we were the non-weed smokers there. And I'm for. Listen, I'm glad it's legal and I'm glad people can use it.
As am I.
I really am.
Can I just, and I hate to turn back on a story, but I think this is a very interesting text that we just got about McCormick Place.
Okay, before you say that, I will tell you it is 8 o'clock, so the Tyler Joseph Lounge passes. We'll get you on the phones in just a second for the 21 Pilots Lounge.
773 texted in and said, there's a bird sanctuary right next to the lakeside building at McCormick. It's like they invited birds to die. I'm like, oh my God. That shook me to my core.
The McCormick Place is a serial killer, essentially, yeah.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.